Hi, friends. Sorry, I haven't been on here much. I'm working for a TV series in production side, and it's part of the, I guess it's called Landman, and I've been super busy with that, but I'm casting for other projects on the side as well, in my off hours from there. And as you can tell, I have a cold, so I'm trying to get through this without coughing because when I talk, I try to cough. So I'm going to try not to do that. But I just wanted to share something with you about casting. And many of you don't know, and many of you don't know because a lot of you have worked on significant things, maybe a few television series or a feature film and some even theater. And you've gotten good reviews and you've done well in those, but you've never really had any proper training for television and production and film production. You really should have training in that area, in coaching, because there's also process and protocol when auditioning and when talking to agents or casting, whether you know them or not. It's okay to contact them, but there's a certain way you should contact people in the industry. And so when you're asked for an audition, like we do, sometimes we filter through and the director says, hey, I like this person. Reach out to them, ask them these questions, if they'd be willing to do this for us. Okay, so I do that. I'm just the mediator. Remember, casting doesn't choose you. It's the directors, the producers, the production team. So I'm kind of in between. I have to do what the production says, the director says, and I present questions to the actors. So when I do that, and I come to you and say, hey, will you be willing to do this? Will you be willing to do that? That does not mean that you're booked. It means they're looking at you and they liked your audition. Otherwise, you wouldn't be contacted. And that's a good sign. That's a good thing. So you already won. Okay, so they like it. But you cannot get mad at casting if you don't get called back or you may not hear from us. We have thousands of other people we have to filter through and go through, and we may be on multiple projects like me or working on something full-time and doing multiple projects. Excuse me, almost coughed. Anyway, so when that happens, you cannot come back and get mad at casting. Am I not booked on this? Why am I not booked? You asked me these questions. I thought that it was for me. I was booked on it. No, production, all I am is just the casting. I present you to them. If production chooses you, selects you, and wants to cast you, they would have me either send a congratulatory little letter, and then they would contact you, or a lot of times one of the producers will reach out and said, yes, we would love to have you on our production in this role. So if you hear from them, great. If not, don't get upset. Just know that they were looking at you because you did a great job. Many of you get to this false sense of, I'm really good. I've worked on these projects and they really liked me. And you may have done that in the past. And some of you are typecast in certain areas that you liked, that you worked on, maybe as an extra or featured extra. But once that project goes away, without training and coaching, you try to get on other projects as something different, a different type, a different character, a different person, but you don't have the training or the background or the knowledge to move forward in those characters. You've only done certain things, and you've done those over and over with your look and your type, and so it's still a good idea to coach and train regardless and understand protocol and process. And I just have to explain that to you all because it's still ongoing and it still continues and people still get upset at casting, but we can only do so much. We have to go along with the production and we side with them 100% because we work for them. And so you got to understand this. This is a game. It's a numbers game, and it's like you audition, you do the best you can, move forward. If you don't hear anything, okay. If you hear something that, hey, you did a great job, but we've gone in another direction, that's great. A lot of times you won't hear back, but at least you auditioned and just move forward. You can't reach out to casting and get upset at them. And so I just wanted to share that with you all. So I hope you'll have a wonderful day. I've got to go so I don't cough anymore, but I got to get back to work too. So we'll talk soon.